GTKE, we back in the building. Got my boy Will with me. We got Myra and Lewis, the owner of Radnors, one of the best burger spots in Tacoma. How you guys feeling?
Feeling good.
Yeah, feeling great.
Feeling really good. We're part of two partners. We're two partners of a partnership.
Okay.
Theory Real Estate, the Miller family, are the ones that own and redeveloped a lot of the buildings on South Tacoma Way starting about 10 years ago.
Nice.
And so Edison Square is one of the places that they had. They wanted to activate Edison Square. So they brought me in through Casey Catherwood, who was their marketing director and Edison's venue king, so to speak. And so they were looking for a restaurant concept to kind of get that going.
So Edison came first, or it came together?
Edison. So how long have you been here?
About 3-4 years.
So you might remember when Buddy's Chicken and Waffles and Side Piece were like right down the street.
I don't know. I don't think I paid attention. No.
Yeah. So both of those restaurants who are iconic now.
Yeah.
They both started in the kitchen that Radnors is at right now.
Oh, nice. Oh.
And so it was a commissary kitchen.
Okay.
But so they wanted to activate Edison Square's bar, and to do that, they needed a restaurant that served the bar.
Okay.
And so I got brought in with the idea. Me and my wife, we've been in the burger game in Tacoma for like 7 years. We were also a part of Beefy's Burgers and Shake, Shake, Shake. Shake, Shake, Shake and Stadium. Beefy's off 6th. Okay. And I always had this burger and this smash concept that we had been working on for about 7 years. And so when I came in, I was like, look, I got a really good restaurant idea to kind of, activate the bar. I got brought in as a food and beverage manager. I was like, okay, I'm going to help Casey out. We're going to kind of blow this up. And we went ahead with the idea that became Radnors.
Okay.
And it became bigger than Edison, so to speak.
Now, did you come up with the name Radnors?
It was, it was a long session.
Okay.
But then they simplified it, and Radnors is named after the architect that built what became Edison Square. Now, Edison Square, when it was built in 1918 by Radnor Pratch, it was called the Real Art.
Art Tacoma?
It was called Real Art.
Because there's still one on 6th Ave somewhere,
and
right?
that's where they took the name of.
Oh, shit.
So they took the name of Real Art, but Real Art was the biggest movie theater on the West Coast for a little bit amount of time, and it was known for its air-conditioned baby cradle storage.
Oh, shit.
So moms would be able to come during the summer and put their sleeping babies in this air-conditioned thing and then go sit in the theater and hang out. So that's what they were named for. So they came, the Millers came, bought the place. It used to be a grow house. So there was a good time here where all the South Tacoma Way smelled like weed.
Oh, shit. I think I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they had a bunch of weed places up and down the street. There was that little bit of time where Washington was just like the Wild Wild West when it came to weed.
Yeah, like 2012 around there when it first got legal and shit. Yeah.
So there was like little wiggle room, and South Tacoma Way kind of took advantage of it. And there was a double floored grow room at Edison. So they tore all that down, refurbished it to its former glory, the theater. And then when we were looking for a name, they were like, hey, the architect. But we thought, and the reason I agreed was that we thought people were going to call it Rads.
Oh,
so we were just like, hey, that's cool. Radnors.
It sounded like a burger spot, Rads.
Yeah. So we were like, Radnors kind of sound kind of corny, but we'll shorten it. Yeah. We'll put Rads on the marketing and everything like that. But Radnors kind of took over.
Yeah.
And it was just different. I was talking to my wife. It was just different enough where it kind of went with what we were trying to do.
We were just talking about, we thought it was like Greek or something, so we had to Google it the other day.
Okay.
Yeah, we were like, what does Radnors mean? And we knew it was something, but we looked up one of the meanings was like
a Greek god or something like that.
It is. I think he is. He was an architect, Radnor Pratch. He was an architect that made buildings so that he could race sailboats.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so he might be Greek, but this dude, if you ever look up Radnor Pratch, this dude was crazy.
Oh,
we used to have a big old picture of him in the building, and back then when you race boats, you kind of dressed as like captains and sailors. So if you look closely on the logo of Rad, he's got a little sailor captain hat.
Oh, word, yeah.
That's a throwback to who Radnor Pratch is. So that's how we got.
My theory was I thought it was your guys' last name.
Oh no, it would have worked, but it's so it's so weird how names can kind of catch on, and I thought everybody would just shorten it up, but everybody's like, "Hey, I'm about to go to Radnors and Radnors." And I was like, "Okay." It's a respect to the team for walking that out and picking a good name.
That's dope. So from them or bringing you in,
Right.
and then you transforming it with the burger spot. What came about like being in like burgers and everything? When you were saying like it's mainly like open a bar, have it like this, and then
Right.
You said that you've been working on the burger thing for a minute in the background, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I got into the burger game in California,
Oh, nice.
and I was going through, I was going through that time where I was like, dude, I'm not happy at work. I was doing tech support. I was doing tech support for hotel information systems. So you would get calls from like front desk, concierge, and the worst people to give customer service to are customer service people because they just want to get what they get. So I'm in this cubicle every day making good money, but just sad,
Yeah.
And then I thought about the last time I was happy, and it was working at Jack in the Box making burgers.
Oh shit.
So I dipped and told my wife I was going to make burgers.
Yep, I remember that conversation.
Now, how did that go? What did you think when he came back? Was like, yo, I just quit this job. I'm finna make burgers.
He was really great at. I mean, I married him. Part of that is because he can make good food.
Right.
And we did have a catering barbecue spot, but we did that on a side hustle.
Okay.
So it wasn't a surprise that he was like, you know what, I'm going to cook full time. Like that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
But that was really challenging because we had a great life set up. You know what I mean? Like we had PTO, like 401k, like
Financially, everything was.
Yeah, we were set. Like, and we were able to take vacations when we wanted to, and then so when he came with like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and do this on a full-time basis, I was like, okay, wait, what? You know what I mean? But I'm so glad that he did because so much happier than what having a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you all from California? When did y'all move up here?
I'm from here. I moved here with my family. My father joined the military and was stationed at Fort Lewis.
Oh, nice.
And that's why he called me Lewis.
Oh, no.
Because to remind him of the first place he was stationed. So we moved here when I was 2. I was born in Hawaii, and so
What island? Big Island?
no, Oahu.
Okay, nice.
Same hospital Obama was born at.
Word.
Tripler
Oh, that's
Hospital.
dope.
Oh, shit.
And so lived here for 12 years, went all over the world. Stayed in Cali and met a California girl, married her. And then in 2019, I was like, in late 2018, I came. I was like, my parents were having, they were getting older and they needed help. And I missed my parents. And so I told her, I'm going to go up there. I had started the burger game. It was a small fish in a big pond, I had just gotten in. Dude, I was washing dishes. My manager was 19. I was just working with development teams on software, and now I'm just getting yelled at because I didn't get all the ketchup out of the ketchup can by a 19-year-old. Trying to relearn the burger game, and it was a smash burger place, and it was a place called Doghouse in Pasadena. So I was doing it good. I felt like, I know enough. I'm gonna go up to Washington and find a brick and mortar. Came up here late 2018. Ran into a dude that was opening a burger spot called Beefy's.
Okay.
And I jumped in with him. Became partners. He was also the one that created Shake, Shake, Shake. We needed help, brought my wife up. And so from 2019 on, we've been strictly burgers in Tacoma. So 2019 is when we came back up.
Nice.
So no, I'm gonna pass it to you.
So you said, love language wise, one of the first things you fell in love with was the food with him. What was one of the first meals or entrees he cooked for you to where you were like, oh yeah, you got it? You know what I mean?
Gosh. Like he made me the steak.
Oh, a steak,
that I like steak dinner, and like he cut it like thinly sliced.
Okay, yeah.
And it was like, and he made this like delicious like chimichurri like sauce on top of that.
Oh shit.
And then I was like, oh yeah, this is it. You know what I mean? Like he's
I'm
the
sold.
one. Yeah, like that was like amazing. And he was just like, just as far as like his creativity with his dishes, it was just amazing. Like just from like our backgrounds and just being able to infuse it with Americans, style cuisine. It was just like, like you have something there. You're talented.
She
Actually genius too.
And the fact that she ate steak, she said she wanted steak. Well, it kind of was like, yeah, she said she wanted steak, and I made her steak, but the way she ate it was like, oh my gosh.
She just
like,
scarfed it down.
She
like,
just ate it so brilliantly, and then she loved it so much, and I was like,
is it-
and she gave me so much props, and I was like, oh man, I love to cook. She loved to eat it, and I was like, oh, I can already be like, I was already like, man, I want to cook her something else. The way she appreciated it, so
oh, nice.
that was. It was definitely part of the love language. That's you might get some steak tonight.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Prior to this, were you skeptical on your cooking? Like, you know, you might know, like, I do a little something, but until, like, somebody else approves you, like, oh, shit, I got something.
Do you know, my family, I'm like the fourth best.
Okay.
You know,
Fourth?
maybe the fifth best.
Oh, shit.
There's 5 boys, a girl, my mom and dad. So yeah, that's a very good question. I knew that I liked what I ate.
Yeah.
And so, but definitely cooking for her kind of, and I had been in kitchens before, so I knew flavor combinations. But yeah, when she started liking it, that was like my number one fan. I was like, I just kept wanting to make her happy, you know. And so the kitchen did become, you know, like a fun place to make my wife happy, and it definitely rekindled ideas of, oh, you know, where can this go? I think the biggest thing that connected it to it was a little bit, you know, we got married in 2005. In 2015, I used to rap.
Oh, nice.
Still do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Back when they called it MCs and 4 elements, you know, I'm a boom bapper.
Yeah.
I'm from the last century, but
Okay.
at the end of all that, we did a tour of South by Southwest.
Oh, yeah, I've been there.
And you know how dope Texas is.
Yeah.
Like the seasoning, the food was crazy,
Yeah.
and then we just partied all night, and everybody was falling asleep. And my buddy came up to me. He's like, "Louis, we gotta go get in line." I said, "Get in line for what?" It's 3 a.m, and he said, "There's this place called Franklin's Barbecue."
Right.
And so we went, got in line at Franklin's Barbecue. We were we're third in line behind a guy from Japan and a guy from the Netherlands. And I was like, "What is going on? What time does this place open?" He said 11 a.m.
Damn.
And there was already 2 people who couldn't even speak English in line. So I was like, okay, this is crazy.
There's got to be something.
It got to be something.
Yeah.
People started showing up with coolers. Since it's private property, you could drink on private property.
dope.
So it started turning into another party at 4 a.m. So we're drinking. Everybody's talking about food. I'm like barely hanging on. We go inside. We eat this barbecue that changed my life. I came home. I told my wife, I was like, I think I'm going to start making barbecue.
Word.
And so we came back from South by Southwest. I got me a smoker, started doing a hustle on the side with just Texas-style barbecue, and you know, doing my other job on the side. Not really creating pressure,
Yeah.
but just being like, you know, let me see if I can make food that people want to buy.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I was just like, okay, this is good. You know, had the job, but that
We
all
also did like lunch plates,
Right.
like Samoan background. They do like the lunch plates,
Yeah.
and then they sell that. So he would do that as well out of like our house. Like he'd be like,
I know.
"Okay, lunch plates. Like place your order,
Yeah.
pick up at this time."
People
So-
sleep on the plates, man.
they
That-
sleep
yeah.
on the plates, and that's the marketplace now.
You got DoorDash and shit that can get it from the house
Oh.
and now take it to the people.
See what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I am about that marketplace. I'm
Right.
about home cooking.
Yeah.
And I hate the fact that there was this, you know, stigma, and that the government was all up in your business. But now people need to get money.
Yeah.
And the hustle is real, and cooks are out there making food that they know that their family loves. And I'm about it, man. I'm on that marketplace. I'll buy a tray of sushi. I'll buy a tray of crab legs. You know, I'll buy a tray of like lumpia. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love
and it's
lumpia.
beautiful to see these home cooks come out, because I know where that can lead.
Yeah.
And the confidence that comes from people liking your food, people return customers, like it's a big deal. So, you know, that all played into trying to enter this restaurant game, which business wise might be one of the silliest ideas to have.
Yeah.
Success wise, you know what I mean?
More so because the back end of everything, like would you say?
You know, it's dynamic pricing for you.
Okay.
We can't dynamically price the food.
Yeah.
So you got to constantly be up on waste. You got to constantly be up on pricing. You got to constantly understand what you're doing. Getting it back into restaurants, like I was telling you, after, you know, trying to re-enter the game, that was a big idea for me. It's like, who's doing it and who's successful? and how what is the price of entrance based on that success and what they're doing. And what I realized from my research is that simple is better.
Yeah.
Keep the menu simple, stick to what you know, which simplified my ingredient list,
Okay.
which simplified my shopping. And so that if I could keep all those things contained and not complicate things, then I could crunch the numbers correctly so that we'll at least have a chance.
Would you say that plays into the good pricing of Ragnar's? Like
You know,
we were just talking about?
I just knew I didn't want to get into this and not feed my city and my neighbors. I think when I was a kid, I always gravitated towards value. You know, people call it cheap, but value is like something that is affordable, but it's quality.
Yeah.
And the closer you could get to that, the better. And you know, by that, when you have that kind of business plan, me and my, you know, and I had to bring my wife into it, it's about volume. So you don't have a lot of time. You gotta move it. You got like 10-minute ticket times or less. You're trying to and so if you're doing 10-minute ticket times or less, you gotta have a food that can do that.
Yeah.
So that all played into my love for burgers, and knowing like you know, burgers are recession proof, man. You do your history. Burgers have always been here since the beginning of time, and the ones that last, you know, they call them fast food now, but when they started, other than McDonald's, these were places that people went to spend their hard-earned money, and it was value based. These are places that working people went to be served and to spend their hard-earned money, and people that work for their money, like really work for their money, they're gonna spend it at places that value it, and that's what played into our pricing. Was like, look, price is gonna get you in, the quality is gonna bring you back. We could charge you $14 once, or we could charge you $8 for the rest of your life.
Exactly. That's smart.
You know, so that was the goal. Obviously, my partners were like, "How you gonna do this, man? Like this, we should charge this much." I was like, "Nah," fighting a little bit, only because my partners they're trying to make money.
Yeah.
They saw the pricing. They knew the margins were already small as a restaurant.
Yeah.
So like, can you do this? Like, because we're gonna have to sell this many burgers, and every burger's made to order.
This episode was sponsored by Radnors Burgers and Beignets. One of the best burgers in Tacoma. Gotta try it. Get you one.
You know, this is a craft burger in that you can't make smash burgers ahead of time.
Yeah.
That crispiness, all of that all lowers in quality the longer away from it where it's
You
cooked.
guys be blowing dickies out the water.
Yo,
Yeah, I just gotta put that. You guys blowing dickies clean out the water.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
I love that.
And
I love
we
that.
do like Dickies. Like,
Yeah, I fuck with it too.
Whenever we're in Seattle,
Yeah.
we got to get a bag of dicks.
Yeah. Yo, pause. Wait, pause.
With all these iconic burger spots all around Tacoma, Seattle, what do you think separates you all from the rest? You think it's the prices? You think, like, is there something secret in the burgers?
I think, yeah, man.
Krabby Patty.
It's you can't you don't see it, but you taste it, and it's the love. My staff had to listen to me every day talk about my passion for what I do. And the ones that were just like rolling their eyes just didn't make it because I would see it, and I'm like, they don't see it, but they taste it. Yeah. You can't be over here not, you know, very good. One of the best signs of a chef is what you don't put out, you know, and being on top of that quality was very important to me. And the people that are in that kitchen today are the ones that respected that process. And when you respect that process, you start to fall in love with what you make because you start paying attention more to the meat. We hand roll our meat, we smash it, and so I believe we're looking at scalability. We just got a food truck in Puyallup, so it's gonna be our first. Yeah, that's an exclusive.
Yeah, what?
That's an exclusive.
GTKE exclusive.
GTKE exclusive. But we just got it outside of Firemine. I'm just starting to do a plan review for it. We just submitted it, so the health department's looking at it. So we're still a couple of months out.
Okay.
But now we're looking at scaling it up, and
Nice.
so it's about taking that passion. That I feel that's what separates. It's about taking that. I would say my job is to take that passion and how do we scale it up? How do I put it into words so that when people come in, they can read it on the paper and then follow up with the training. So. I think that's what it is. I feel me and Myra are part of the DNA. She's front of house.
Yeah.
She's the person you see smiling when you come in.
Yeah.
She's the one that curates and shows the enthusiasm that she has for the burger as as a fan would do. And then with that enthusiasm, kind of inject the people, let them know kind of what to expect. And when we meet those expectations, I think that's what separates us.
Yeah, I think the winning combo of success is the good customer service and good food.
You guys have exceptional.
You guys have
customer
great.
service.
Oh, thank
customer
you.
service.
We
Every
really
time I'm
try.
in there.
We hire people who are like they are good with customers. They want to provide like service oriented people, and that's really important to find because it's repeat customers.
Yeah.
I get repeat customers because of that, and they're just really understanding when it's very busy. They know that you're hustling. They know that like there's a long line, and they're gonna wait because it's worth the wait.
Yeah.
You know, the food, and again, just the fact that we really care. Like when I come to touch my tables, I really want to know. I really want to hear what they're thinking. You know,
And that's kind of what got us here because you were serving us. We was fresh out of here doing the podcast. We went across the street. That's our thing. We go across the street, get a Radnors burger.
Yes.
And you were working the front. Great. And then we were like, yo, this is what we do over here. And here we are. You know what I mean?
And to be honest with you, that's a lot of for me how I get into contact with people,
Dope.
like working the front. You know, just doing the networking and connecting.
Yeah.
You know, so that's another reason why I love working the front as well because you just never know who you're gonna meet and you know just build community.
Yeah.
That's one thing that's really important for Chef and I, community. We want to make sure to continue building that here in Tacoma, and like. There's so many things we give back to the community. Like I said, we did those SNAP benefits when people lost their benefits.
Amazing, by the way. Yeah.
Thank you. Like we went ahead and we took care of their meal and didn't ask any questions at all. So and then there were people donating for it to help us, you know, give these free meals. I think Tacoma is amazing.
Yeah.
This is a great community, and like you just want to continue to offer that and just build with the city because they give back as well. And, you know, if Radnors can continue to do that and provide that to the community, you know, we're so happy to do so.
How
We love
many
that.
brick and mortar spots do you guys want to see in the future?
I you know, it hurts my head when I think about it because you don't want to be that place where the quality goes down the more you go. So it's really important right now for me and with Myra to work on those systems to make sure that what you guys experience here, somebody in Idaho can experience, somebody in Denver. So, you know, I say those cities, but that's where I feel I want at least 50.
Nice.
You know, and I think with what we have and the menu that we have and you know, I tell people all the time it's a West Coast burger.
Yeah.
So we'll see how far out it goes. In-N-Out was a huge thing for me growing up in California. And I wanted to create a burger for this town and the people here. This is where I love them. This is where I love to learn the Mariners and the Seahawks, and I wanted people to be watching those games, listening to those broadcasts, eating this burger, and I didn't really think about this burger going crazy far. But now that we're getting some success, it is a challenge to go there. So I say 50 because if we get 5, I'll be happy with 2. Right now, 2 is cool, but 50 for me, set the number high, and we'll see where we go.
No, for sure. I feel like you guys' location is critical too. I first stumbled upon you guys. I think one of them was either the Vibe Lounge or Owl or Night Owl or something.
Yeah.
And you guys are late night, and I'm smelling it. I'm like, every time I'm like, damn, I just miss you guys. I'm like, damn, I'm giving me one of these burgers. But I see a line of people always out there. I'm like, I gotta try one of these burgers. Try one. I'm like, yeah, this is fire. Now, with that being said, is burger beef real? Because I feel like you guys, it's either where my go-to burger spots is, you guys for sure, and then Secret Smash Burger. I like them too.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
You know, one of their guys did us dirty, man.
Right?
You know,
Beef.
there was some content where a guy that they contracted out with, I forgot his name, but he came over and bought a burger from us, and the content had him stepping on our burger.
Oh, I seen that. I seen
South
that.
Tacoma way.
Damn, I didn't know that they had him do that. Though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like,
I thought he was just on some like whatever.
He was,
shit.
yeah, he was like kind of like their spokesperson. I think I think
shit.
he's part of their ownership group too.
Right.
And so everything was love. You know what I mean? After that, though, I was like, gee,
It's like a diss record. Like, hold
yeah,
on.
it was and right in front of the restaurant,
Yeah.
on our street, dude. Hey, this is. Hey, I could forget a lot of things, but it's like, and that was one of those things where we're just forget it all. But our marketing director kind of reached out, kind of saw the heat of it, and then me and a couple of homies, we went and reviewed Secret Burger Kitchen, and then kind of squashed it all. You know, I think in the process of trying to promote your product, you really have to understand, you know, etiquette. But I think you know, there's just etiquette, you know, and you know what I mean. Like, there's hungry people out there. Yeah, you go step on a burger. Like, there's so many ill things about it, but they got a great burger.
Oh yeah,
Secret Burger Kitchen got a great burger. They season it heavenly, and as a chef, I love that. Yeah. Their price point's a little different, and you see, and their menu
kind of expensive.
Yeah, it is.
It's a little different. Yeah. Their fries are surprisingly similar.
Okay.
So is a lot of what they do. I'm not saying anything, but you know what I mean? There's a lot of similarities between what they, you know, and they came out after us about 6 months. And, but there's enough room to go around.
There's enough room for everybody.
Everybody loves burgers.
Yeah. Everybody.
And there's something different about every burger spot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a carousel. Like, if you see a carousel, you want to get on a different animal when you're a kid.
Exactly.
So every day's I just see it as another, you know, another ride on the
you
carousel.
got choices. Sometimes I don't want a burger. Sometimes I want Asian food. You know
exactly.
You know? I want Greek food. You know what I mean? Italian. So it's all good, right? Like,
not for everybody.
We had an idea for content.
I was about to just bring that up.
Yeah, bro. We want to go to every spot and try and rank them. You know do you guys know who Dave Portnoy is?
Oh yeah.
He rates the pizza. We kind of want to do something like that.
Would you guys be down for a showdown though, like burger showdown? Boom.
I'm down. I'm always
Secret
down.
Smash versus
I think it would help everyone out.
Yeah,
like,
you know, some marketing.
Yeah,
I'm always down. I'm about that life.
As long as it's like good and uplifting.
Oh, we're not gonna bash nobody.
Yeah.
No.
It'll be a real dope point system where it's fair and it's like, who got that?
It's
Yeah.
all
guys
of
both
this.
got it, but,
anything to get eyes on it.
We're having some ideas about doing like contests, like a wing contest or something.
Oh yeah, I gotta try you guys' wings. I've been seeing them now. Okay, I'm like,
Next time.
I always get the burger. I'm like,
burger?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's new, right? The
Right.
The wings.
So
And
it's
they're
so
actually not- they're good.
that was another thing that we walked out with the group once we decided to go to bring chicken into it. It was a big deal to me. I was like, you know. So we walked it out with the group, and so we started Chicken City, which is part of Radnors, but it's kind of its own brand.
Okay.
So we got the chicken, we got the chicken sandwich, we've got the chicken wings, and we got the chicken tenders right now. So all of them are great, you know. But the wings just came through right now. They're fire.
Okay, we gonna come through to a review. We got to. I was just talking about it yesterday. I'm like, damn, do I want the wings right now? Like, I'm gonna just stick to what I know right now.
There you
but I
go.
eventually want to try the wings.
So when I walked into your store this morning, I saw the shirts that you're wearing right now, the STW.
Yeah, what do you
I asked
think
the
it's-
worker, and I was like, "What's that mean, bro?" I stare at it every time, and he told me it says South Tacoma Way, and I was like, "That makes so much sense."
Oh,
You know how many
shit.
times
Damn, I
like,
didn't know
people
that.
ask and they go, oh my gosh, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
of course it's gonna be that, but you don't know until you're like, I don't know what it's gonna stand for. But yeah, I'm always like, the street is for South Tacoma.
On the back, does it spell it all the way out like
No.
South
No,
Dakota?
no.
Okay.
We probably should, but no, it doesn't.
What's good is that,
No.
like you stated, it just creates that curiosity,
That's dope.
and it's such a perfect font where it's just like
Yeah.
it almost is like I've seen that before,
Yeah.
and then once you see it, then you can't stop seeing it for some reason, you know. And so South Tacoma
I
Way.
love seeing it on the street. I'll be like, that's ours, because nobody else
dope.
has it. I'm like, that's Radnors. You know what I mean?
Some
So-
kid came in and goes, "Does that mean smash the world?"
That's what I thought it meant too.
Hey, I was like,
Hey,
"It
I
does.
love
It
I
does
like
now.
But
That
it
does.
matches the smash burger.
Yeah,
like
it
smash
does. No,
burger.
it's dope. It's a dope concept, but
It is, yeah.
Now, where did this smash burger theme come from? Like, you know, I feel like it just came out of nowhere. Now everybody's like smash burgers versus just burgers, traditional burgers. Like, where did that? I don't have no clue. But
I hate thick burgers, bro.
I love smash burgers. I do too. I don't
I
like
love smash
big ass
burgers.
meaty burgers. I like smash burgers. I think that's why.
yeah, no. They've been around a long time. As far as the iteration that we see now,
Yeah.
there is a guy, I forget his name, but he's a very important guy. He's like the guy that helped create the Crunch Wrap Supreme for
Oh,
Taco
shit,
Bell. Like,
yeah.
this guy was crazy. And he created the Smash Burger concept. He literally called his restaurant Smash Burger. So there's a restaurant called Smash Burger.
Oh,
He started the whole process, I'd say, about in 2006,
shit. It's been
and just brought an old technique back to the forefront and basically championed all of the things from that old technique, rebranded it as Smash Burger, and from there on, a lot of people that worked for Smash Burger started making it.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people started seeing it, and then it just took off. So it's a recent thing, but it's Smash Burgers are one of the oldest burgers that we have, if not the oldest version of
Word,
it.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I have a lot of elders that come through and say that it reminds them like back in the days when they were younger.
Oh,
Like
shit.
this is kind of like the burger that they used to make. You know,
Oh, okay.
a little more
So it started
Yeah.
thin, and then they start plumping them up.
right.
Does it have any like correlation? Like you said back in the day, like Depression era, because like I feel like it's to like make it taste better or something.
That's exactly
Or
right.
stretch the meat longer.
Stretch the meat.
That's exactly right.
Oh,
That's exactly
shit.
The
right.
meat. Pause.
That's exactly
right.
That's exactly right. People don't have a lot of money. Protein is very expensive. So, you got these little balls of meat. Smash them. You can afford the protein. They realized that the Maillard effect was happening, so you'd still get that flavor. High fat means that the meat was cheaper. So all those three things together kind of work together to make it affordable, but then the flavor was still there. And then you put filler in there like produce that was a little more affordable. And it all worked out to kind of create that burger that we know today.
That's dope. So with the new burger, what was it called?
The banh mi burger.
What is it?
Oh, the Lotus.
The Lotus.
Yes.
What was the inspiration behind the Lotus burger?
My man said it, dude. The bun mi. The
Bro,
mi.
banh mi's are so iconic.
Those are like the
in
sandwiches, right?
Tacoma, bro.
Yes.
the
Okay, yeah.
Vietnamese
Yeah.
sandwiches.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I grew up in Orange County, California, and a huge Vietnam, just like here in Northwest, huge Vietnamese population that came over as refugees. So when I was, just out of high school, my parents went back to Samoa, and I was living on my own, 2-bedroom apartment, $650. Can you believe it?
Shit. Yeah.
I was paying my rent
In Cali.
in Cali.
In Cali is
In
crazy,
Cali.
yeah.
I was paying my rent I was paying my rent, my half of the rent, like $325 as a valet, but I didn't have a lot of money, so there was a banh mi place down the street that sold banh mi's for $1. So I'd eat a banh mi for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it was a place called Lee's Sandwiches that is now all over the place, but back then there was only a couple on that block, and I've been loving banh mi since then. It wasn't something I ate before then, but it was kind of one of those things where I was like, dang, I'm broke.
Dope.
I need to eat something. And it was fresh baguette, fresh vegetables, fresh everything, and then you get a little bit, kind of like the smash burger, And so I've always loved banh mi's. When the partners came to me, it's like, hey, we need a special. I was like, let me think what's coming up. And we were having an event. My wife was throwing coming up. And so I was like, let's do the banh mi. And so you just take all the vegetables from the banh mi, the pickled iconic carrots, the cilantro, the serranos, kind of season the meat umami style. We have a little bit of fish sauce in the meat, a little bit of soy sauce.
Oh, nice.
Some secret seasonings, and then use some chili ties to kind of spice up, some Thai chilies to spice up our garlic aioli that we use on our breakfast patties. Nice. And then that's what came
Wait,
up.
you all serve breakfast?
Yes.
What?
On
Nice.
Saturdays and Sundays.
Saturdays and Sundays.
On the weekends?
Breakfast
Word.
burrito and a breakfast hamburger.
What?
And our breakfast burger is a blended breakfast sausage with our ground
We
beef.
gotta try that, bro. You gotta
It's
come.
only $10.
Okay, yeah.
And it should be a $15 like burger. And
Bro,
burger.
you know how we do.
Yeah.
That's fat. It's fat. It's $10, and we were like $10. So I was like, dude, we gotta give them. We gotta give them the whole thing. So it's both of them are basically eggs, bacon, sausage, hash brown patty. And then the tortillas, the flour tortilla, 14-inch flour tortilla, and then we put the burger on a croissant loaf. So it's like a square piece of bread that we cut in half, but you could split it between two people. It's
I'm gonna
a
have to
big
come through and see
burger,
what's
dude.
to that.
And it's our first quarter pounder.
Oh shit.
So it's a big patty. It's like the patty's coming out of the bread. So it's wild. And so we're definitely might mess with quarter pound patties in the future. But it's our first one, so you should definitely try it out.
Nice.
Wait, so back to the banh mi talk. Do you guys like pho?
Oh, love
Bro,
Have you all been to Mama's Pho down the road?
Oh yeah,
That's the
our
spot.
That's my spot.
yeah, that's the
too.
spot.
Yeah.
We live in Lakewood, so Mama Pho is open till like
Yeah.
midnight.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get down for sure.
Yeah.
Which leads me to my next question. Outside the burgers, locally, where do you guys like to go and eat? Like, what are you guys' spots to hit up?
South Tacoma ways the international district's everything to me. So we like Yenching.
Yeah.
Yenching.
Yeah. Off of
Is that teriyaki?
No, it's dude, it's like the oldest Chinese restaurant
Word.
in Tacoma. It's 49 years across the street from Shin Shin.
Okay.
And
yeah.
right over there, like on the way to Mama's Pho. And then across the street from there is that Korean fried chicken franchise,
Oh,
KBBQ.
Yeah.
That's really good.
They're
That's
good
really
too.
good,
Yeah, I ain't tried them either. I got.
Yeah,
And then
it's-
there's KKO chicken over, like if you go all the way down South Tacoma way, they're open till 2 a.m. So I'll go over there for like a green onion pancake and like a last drink, like maybe a shot of Henny. Like the mom and dad there have been serving stuff for like 30, 40 years. So they're open late. Via Kitchen opened their second location over in that same strip mall that KKO is at. So we like Via Kitchen.
Yeah.
What other spots, babe?
Have you all been to Cuerno Bravo in downtown
Yes.
Tacoma?
Oh,
That's
They're
my
good.
spot.
I never tried
Yeah.
them either. I got to try them.
Yeah,
So.
they're really
I
good.
took my wife there for her birthday. She likes steaks.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, what a beautiful interior design. What great service. You appreciate things like that where thought was put into the experience. They got that big kitchen in the back. You see the flames flying up. So the experience
How does
there-
their steaks compare to your steaks?
you always could cook a better steak at home, dude.
Yeah.
I love their steaks, but yeah, man.
I mean, Lewis is.
She and I looked at her too, like, "What's
I
up?"
was
She's like, "Oh, this."
So we paid for this, baby. Could make it better. You know what I mean? Like, but
Dang, you're gonna have to invite me over to your house.
Yo,
Yeah.
no doubt, no doubt.
You got to try the mistakes.
Hey, we'll do
It's
that.
just the experience, though. You're paying for the experience. You know,
Yeah.
being served, especially when you cook all day. You know, you want to be served. You want
Yeah.
someone else to cook for you.
I also thought their price point though was like really decent for really good quality of steaks.
Yeah.
Like,
No, definitely.
like I feel like it could be cooked better, but like the quality, you're getting like an A5 Japanese Wagyu or you get an Australian Wagyu. But yeah, I get what you mean. Like
Yeah,
cooking
no,
it
it's
better.
it's a serious steakhouse, and to have one like that in the town is, you got to appreciate people trying to do that.
No, for sure.
So
You guys
I-
ever tried the Opal kind of across from you guys, or I think
Yes,
somewhere? Yeah.
yes.
And they just changed it. I used to
know.
go and get the wings. They'll smoke them first, or they'll do something. They'll fry them, smoke them, then fry them. But they have some pretty good wings. But
We were going to collab with them. We were working on a barbecue sauce, and it was about to get down, and then they're like, "Yo, we're about to shutter it down." The people that took over it, though, they're great people, and I haven't tried the food over there.
I haven't either.
But,
I went thinking it's still the Opal. I'm
I
like,
know.
what
Yeah.
happened? They like, nah, it's a whole
They
new thing
changed
now. I'm
that.
like, word.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's fast like that sometimes. like,
Yeah.
as far as ownership turnover and yeah.
I was lost. Like, am I in the right?
Yeah.
What
You're
happened?
like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Across the street, Dawson's. Our friend Angelo runs the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
They got Angelo makes lumpias over there that aren't on the
word.
menu.
Yeah.
Best lumpias
And
in town.
adobo, I don't know if you guys have ever
I
tried
love
it.
lupias.
I
though.
love all of it.
It's a
Yeah, the
Filipino
lumpia there
dish.
is
Yeah.
fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
My best friends are part Filipino,
Oh,
and
bro.
they invited me to their baby shower.
Oh,
And
yeah,
dude,
they
I
be
could
throwing
not stop
down.
eating all their food.
They be throwing out. One of my partners Filipino too. Yeah.
I made so many friends right next to the lumpia at Filipino parties, dude.
Oh yeah.
So, hey,
I
man,
don't
these
know
are
what
good.
most of it was named,
Yeah.
but dude, I just couldn't stop eating.
I mean, we're partnering up with Erica Taste Test on my AANHPI Heritage Month celebration coming up here on May 9th. So she's chef and her are working on a lumpia burger.
Oh shit.
So I mean, that's
Yo,
gonna be
keep
a
keep
good
that
one.
on the wraps
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
You know, super
Oh, yeah.
super legit
Low
drop
down.
coming
Hell
up.
yeah.
Oh shit.
I want to see like a Hawaiian burger, like some pineapple, some spam on a
Oh.
burger
Alright.
with some teriyaki sauce.
That might-
It might be happening too,
Now it
but
might be happening, yeah.
there's that's the great thing about burgers, you know.
Yeah.
You can really get into it and fuse it with elements that you love, that you grew up with, and we're trying to connect with people that have that same love, and want to get creative. You know, we don't want. I'm not the type to get too crazy. I don't want to get away from comfort.
Got you.
To me, that's a very important thing when you have a burger. Is that comfort? But yeah, there's so many combinations, and it's such a great lane to be in.
You guys heard of Pizza Twist? I feel like they're the pizza version of that. So they do the same thing. They just have all these different type of various.
Don't they have a Greek like
But they're
Euro
Indian.
one?
So they're Indian and they're infusing Indian with cuisine with pizzas. They're
That
bomb.
sounds
Like
really
there's one
good.
in Puyallup, there's one in Kent.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, Pizza Twist.
We
And
gotta
I'm
try
like,
it,
yeah,
baby.
they're
They
fire.
love-
About that
we
Indian
love
food,
pizza.
and
They
I
got a
love
butter
pizza.
chicken
Yeah.
pizza,
You gotta
all
get
sorts
that.
of shit. I'm like,
Where are they
damn, Puyallup.
Okay.
And
We're
I'm
then
gonna.
about
there's
to go
one in
after
I
Kent.
this.
think we might go after here.
Yeah, they're dope.
Cause like
Oh,
check
that's
'em out.
that. Hey, that's
And we're gonna
Thank
let you know.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
be
Let
like,
me know
oh.
for sure.
Okay. Nice.
Any more
Oh
questions?
yeah. I got a question. What was the hardest thing about opening up a restaurant, and the hardest thing about keeping it running?
Maintaining it, yeah.
the build out is no joke.
Okay.
You know, I think the reason why restaurants have such a hard time staying open is a lot of people get into restaurants that didn't work in restaurants or worked in restaurants. You have a lot of business people getting into restaurants that didn't work in restaurants. Then you have a lot of restaurant people getting into restaurants that have never worked on business. And both of those things are so important. And if you didn't come up in one, then you've got to be really good at the other, and or partner up with somebody that knows it. So that's the hardest thing is how are you gonna build this out? You know, and what food are you gonna serve, and how do you stay focused all the way through? You know, and then to keep it open, it has everything to do with those initial answers to the questions, and then being adaptable to what the people tell you, because the people are your customers are a paid focus group. So you got to listen to what people like, even if it hurts you that they didn't like something you wanted to do so bad. You've got to, you know, if people don't want to eat it or pay for it, you shouldn't make it. Doesn't mean that it's not good. It just means that you should just make it for yourself or your family and friends, and being quick to see that, or knowing that if you want to push something, you're gonna have to market it. You're gonna have to show people so that they can interpret it the way you see it, or in a way that can evoke the same feelings that you have when you eat it, so that and that made you want to sell it. So building it out, creating a menu that you can stick to and that you're adaptable to, and being hardcore in that business, man. Waste is a big thing. Labor costs are a big thing.
Yeah.
So the less me and my wife talk about this all the time. The less people that you have involved, the better.
Okay.
If it gets too big, then you got to bring you have to come to a decision on whether you want to bring people in.
Yeah.
And then once you add partners to it, then you all of a sudden you have a whole new game. So there's internal. I was told by a mentor that there's internal customers in there. They're external. The external customers are people that come in, like y'all came in there to eat, and then there's internal customers like my wife. I also have to satisfy what she's looking for from a partner. So that you consistently have to pay attention to your customers and understand that it's, and this is something, I've been told that I learned from partners is there's no such thing in trust in life, in life and in business. There's no such thing as trust. There's only good business. And that's it. Do good business so that when you meet people that want to do business with you, you know what good business is from them. And when you do good business with people that do good business, you're going to do great business. So keep it simple. That's my philosophy. And if you want to go wild, just know what that circus is before you get attached to it. Because restaurant business, the funny thing I heard is like, what a great way to go from $2,000 a month, $10,000 a month salary to $2,000 a month. But you'd rather make like Mark. Who's that guy that's on Sharks?
Mark Cuban?
Mark Cuban said he'd rather make $60,000 working for himself than $500,000 working for somebody else.
Facts. I feel that though. Really.
Man, I hope your guys' beignets are here to stay. Cause those.
Oh,
Fire.
dude, check this out.
Oh.
Another exclusive beignet Sundays.
Oh shit!
Beignet.
And the ice cream. What?
Yo,
Yeah.
let's go. No, we that all came about from working out with the partners. Like Myra was saying, and she'll speak on it. You have partners, and when you work with partners, you have to listen to each other. You can't really be selfish with an idea. You got to walk it out. And if a partner is into it, you got to be like, you know what? How can I make my partner happy by also maintaining integrity, right?
Yeah.
It can't be some if you ain't into it, you got to let people know. But it's one of the things that that my wife saw and that my wife's spoken about as far as making events and going forth. When she came to me about her event making, it was kind of like these Beignet Sundays. It was like she wanted to start putting on events for the community, which to me, APCC's right down the block. And so I asked her about what her plans were, and she came to me to let me know that she wanted to make these events for the people that kind of allowed people to celebrate in not such a formal way. And it was very nerve-wracking. And I remember coming to you. You remember explaining that? And then she's been doing it the same way.
I think I just wanted to bring to the community a place where we can, like you can celebrate and still be able to have it culturally, like for everyone welcome, to be able to experience it rather than just feeling like, okay, like uncomfortable perhaps if it's not, something that they're very familiar with.
Yeah.
So just being able to have it accessible to all, right?
Yeah.
To have, and just, again, a lot of the events, we can have it free, like community-based, and then some are ticketed for the 21 and over, crowd. But, it's in my second year of doing these cultural events, and it's just been really great to have. Like, it's so good. And also helping the community, because, like, vendors, people that may not have the ability sometimes to afford bigger events where they're paying booths like $150, $200, and they haven't even started, selling anything. Sometimes they don't even sell anything at all. But with my events, they have the opportunity to be able to maybe have a lower, vendor fee, depending on what type of event that, we're going to have. Sometimes, I give assistance if I know that they're just starting off. Yeah. But knowing that, just trying to help them out to get their whether it's food or any of their craftsmanship out there. So it's just been, it's a passion project for me, as well as, being able to share through food as well, like through Radnors.
And it's genius. It goes hand in hand. Mm-hmm. Like, I like that. It separates you guys from a lot of people. You guys got events as well as, any event. There's food involved. You know what I mean?
So with
it
your
goes
event
hand-in-hand.
space, we just created Tacoma's first reality dating show.
Oh.
And so we want to have a premiere with all the contestants.
Yeah.
You think maybe we could rent out your space or something, do some
definitely.
promo for it?
Yeah,
work something out. That'd be dope.
Partner up and we can talk about that. We'll have, I'll get my venue manager involved. Her name is Jo. And then we can definitely do that. We are looking for more, just events to put up, and I think that would be something great that people would love to come and check out. You know what I mean? Yeah. And we can discuss that in further detail. But that's the fun things that we can do. Then we can still have food. You know what I mean? Available to sell.
It all ties in. Yeah.
So it just is like such a great. I see so much for Edison. And Radnors, because we're all one, by the way.
Nice.
So we're all one unit. But Edison is just trying to, do those things, like events that the community will enjoy. So we're hoping to get like some live music coming through.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
So we're, getting artists in there and trying to do just that type of stuff. So just, like I said, variety, so that, people think Edison, it's like, wow, there's a bunch of things that people want to check out.
Yeah.
And, we have like I think they have a residency for like hip hop.
Okay.
A Rebel residency, I believe. Yeah. So people can check that out online. We have a luau coming up. on the 24th. So that's in 2 weeks, and that's gonna be exciting. That's fire dancing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Oh shit, they gonna be blowing the fire out the mountain.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
shit.
about to get
you
wild.
know, it's
dope.
gonna be live. So, and it's affordable. I mean, you go to Hawaii, that's like $200.
Yeah.
So here we can bring it to Tacoma for those who can't travel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and it's just it's pricey to go to Hawaii, but we can bring that here to Tacoma. They can dress up in aloha gear. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
And then my multi-talented husband here, he's gonna be hosting.
Okay, yeah.
I'm making a lunch plate too.
Yeah.
You gonna
Huli
be
Huli
in
fried chicken.
the attire and everything.
You already
Yeah.
know. You already know, man.
That's
And
dope.
and it's something we love. We
Yeah.
love to host. We love to, as y'all know, we love to cook and putting all those things together and really pushing the fun and the love to everybody and just giving an experience, that's centered around the things that we love. It means a lot to us. And that dating show, man, that sounds like
That
a chocolate stuffed beignet type of affair.
Hey.
Yeah, for sure.
No, it's
So
a-
I live in Lakewood, and they always have this Lakewood Days or something. I can't remember what it's called, but it's at the Stillicum Dog Park area.
Oh, okay.
And they were throwing. It was a multicultural night or
Yeah.
whatever. And on the stage, they did like fire throwing and
Yeah.
all that. It was cool. I got to watch it. It was dope as. Like, it was
Yeah,
dope
and,
as
so,
hell.
and that's what we're bringing
That's
on
what
the
we're bringing.
24th.
Yeah.
So definitely, like, it's a great opportunity for people who want to, you can dress up. You don't have to, it's a date night or, like girls' night out, you know what I mean, kind of
Yeah.
thing, or,
Damn.
celebration of any sort. And that's a lot of what we've been able to, because we've been kind of doing it like just every January. So this is our second show for this year.
Nice.
We'll see how the turnout is. We may do one more before the end of the year, just because it's such a great show.
Nice.
Yeah,
It
Now
was
we're
amazing when I saw it.
That's all. Yeah, it's a great show.
it is.
Dope. We're getting ready to wrap up. We want to end it on this note, okay? We played a little game.
Okay.
This or that. So we started off. We'll do burgers or wings.
Burgers.
Burgers?
Burgers.
Burgers,
Burgers?
yeah.
Okay. Burgers or steak.
Burgers.
What? I thought you was gonna say
That's
steak.
what I was like, whoa.
Burgers
hey.
or banh mi's?
You know what? That's a good one, dude. That's a good one, dude. Damn. I love burgers, dude, but I'm gonna stray a little bit away, and I'm gonna have to say right now, if I saw two of them in front of me, I'd get the banh mi. You know what I'm on right now is Vietnamese ham at Mama Fuzz.
Oh,
So the
shit.
Vietnamese ham or the pate, either one of those. Yeah, I'm on banh mi's real hard right now, especially after making them in the burger or a banh mi burger
At Radnors.
at Radnors.
Radnors. Bun B or lupias?
Lupias.
Lupias?
Lupias.
Yeah, I gotta
Lupias.
go for it's like.
Oh, it's gonna be hard to beat Lupias, dude.
Lupias or samosas?
Lumpias.
Samosas.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, you moved
Ooh,
it.
that's
That
a
was a
tough one,
good
too.
one.
I
That was a
don't know.
good
What
one.
about Kaluau Pig
Oof.
Oh, it's so
on
good.
now.
Versus what?
versus their?
Oh, but versus some.
Oh, okay.
Oh, versus samosa. Right now, I'm making Kahlua pig for the lunch plate. So
Oh, shit.
I see you guys. I feel really like I can't say loyal to anything right now, but I'm gonna say Kahlua pig for real.
Okay. We would be in the last game, Baker. We said steak. We said.
I'm gonna get really hungry. Dude.
Beignets or donuts?
Okay, don't.
Oh,
We ain't on that one.
Beignets.
I like a maple bar. If we're gonna do beignet or maple bar, I do a maple bar.
You are a maple bar.
Hey, thank you, baby.
Wait, Krispy Kremes or the donut shop in Lakewood called
Voodoo donut?
No, not Voodoo Donuts.
Oh, old.
It's
what
the
is
one
it?
that's
Yeah. The dope one.
yeah. I can't think of their name right now.
You have to get theirs fresh. The House of Donuts.
House of
House of
Donuts.
Donuts.
Yeah.
You have to get theirs fresh. I know they're very good donut place.
Yeah.
They're abnormally large
And
donuts.
they have like a happy hour. I think the last hour.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
happy hour is
Yeah.
great. But yeah, I'll take Lakewood all day.
I'll take
House of
Lakewood
Donuts.
all day too.
Oh yeah.
Well, any last shout outs before you guys get up out of here?
Well, thank you guys for having us.
Oh, thank you guys for coming.
It was great the fact that we met you at Radnors and now we're here.
Now we're here.
Thank you for having us. Yeah.
You know, I asked my wife. I was like, "Dude, what's the name of the podcast?" She's like, "Get to Know Him," and we looked it up. and y'all are. We appreciate y'all inviting us over, but just looking at what you're doing and the people that you're talking to, we feel privileged to be in these seats and talking to you now.
hell yeah.
And we're here to support people that are trying to do it, you know, and really bring something to the city. And big shout out to you guys. You guys brought up some real cool stuff you want to do.
Dope.
We're right down the street.
Yeah.
You know, and you know Mondays is 253 days, so
yeah.
you know what I mean?
yeah,
It's
what?
like,
3
Okay,
days.
come down on Mondays. We're talking. I hope this is the beginning of a really dope friendship.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
so
we
shout
here.
out to y'all, man, for real.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
We got to know Radnors.
Got to know 'em.
Word.
Go hit them up. Best burgers in town. We stamping it here. GTKE. We out.